Severe storms making an impact in the Quad Cities and beyond. Wind clocked at 90 miles an hour at the airport in Moline. And here's what it looked like blowing by WQAD studios this morning.
And the storm system delivering wind, rain, and hail. This picture shows just how hard it came down, leaving a dent in the ground. Hail was anywhere from the size of a golf ball to the size of a tennis ball.
Good evening. I'm John Diaz.
And I'm Linda Swinford. Thank you for joining us tonight. Some unbelievable sights and a very active day for severe weather.
And the threat for more severe storms looms tonight. Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist James Sahara tracking it all for us tonight. Hey, James.
Hey, guys. Yeah, things are starting to bubble up down to our south, as you can see as we take a look at the latest radar. Already seeing some severe thunderstorm warnings popping up from Keokuk to points eastward near Macomb. That severe thunderstorm warning is out until around 6:30. Some activity actually trying to migrate a bit more to the north, too, that we're seeing around Burlington and near Keatsburg. That wave, if it continues its northeast course, could very likely impact parts of southern Warren County and possibly even Knox County. It may actually begin to trickle its way into Galesburg as well. But what we're noticing here with this particular storm itself is that it's kind of moving more off to the north and east, not ramming into the warm front that we have just to our north. And that was what we're kind of keeping an eye on, to seeing that ram into that front, because that would help produce that rotating thunderstorm even more, really blossom these storms in the big way, allowing for all weather hazards to take place, including some tornadoes. But given what we're seeing right here, we may be talking more hailers out of this than any real chance for some tornadoes, as long as that warm front kind of stays to our south. Another thing to keep in mind too, is that we're going to start losing some of that daytime heating along this warm front. So the focus of attention we could potentially be dealing with here is areas mainly near or especially south of the I-80 corridor for seeing that potential for seeing strong to severe thunderstorms. I believe the activity that we had earlier on in the day that did impact areas along the I-80 corridor and north may allow for any activity from this wave to penetrate its way northward. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with right now, at least when it comes to this evening event. Off to the west, we have a cold front that's already lighting up the skies with some pretty active showers and thunderstorms. Some have come severe. That's the wave that we're going to be monitoring as we get to the pre-dawn hours tomorrow with that cold front. By then, that could have the potential of producing some severe weather. Here's what the Storm Prediction Center has brought out. This is our tornado watch that covers the entire viewing area. It actually has been extended in areas more south and east of our viewing area, including Quincy and going into around Peoria. I believe just by looking at this information that we're seeing the data, that's the area we're going to be concerned about, mainly near the Quad Cities, but especially the farther south and east of the Quad Cities as you go, for the potential for seeing some strong to severe thunderstorms. There is a warm front that we see south of that boundary. We've been seeing numbers climbing their way in the mid to upper 80s for daytime highs, still noticing numbers around 80, still 84 in Mount Pleasant, and then more north of that boundary as you go, you're looking at some very cool 50s. So if those storms can actually make its way toward that warm front, then we'll start seeing things really begin to rotate and explode. But if it continues on more of an easterly course, then things may be looking a lot less severe, at least come to the evening hours. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that stuff as we head into early tomorrow morning. We'll keep a tab on this. Of course, I got senior meteorologist Andrew Stuckey behind me. And of course, we have several reporters out there out and about in position in case things get a little bumpy for some of our hometowns, especially south of the Quad Cities. John, let's take it back to you.
All righty, thanks, James. A lot of Quad City homes without power right now. Taking a look at the outage map, more than 13,000 customers in Moline and Rock Island are without service right now, and 200 Ameren and ComEd customers are without power as well, and about 100 Alliant customers are impacted as well. News 8's Jenna Webster is tracking the storm in Monmouth as the rain has started falling south of the Quad Cities. Good evening, Jenna.
Hey, John. Yeah, no rain here right now. We are in Monmouth, kind of on the outskirts of Monmouth, kind of where Route 67, 34 meet. We did see about 45 minutes ago a little bit of drizzles in the rain, but that has petered off now. You know, James was mentioning this warm front. I got to say, we have been down here since 2:30ish, and it has been very warm down here. We were between 80, 83 degrees. I didn't get a chance to check the temperature before we came on for this live hit. It does feel like it's starting to cool down, but you can see also in the last 45 minutes, the sky has started to darken a little bit. So this is our view out to like the west the southwest. You can kind of see the sun coming out over there, but let me have my photographer pan over here. Over here towards more the southwest is where it's starting to get a little bit darker, where we're seeing those storms come in. We have in the past few minutes been seeing some really bright, vibrant lightning. No thunder out here yet. Again, no rain. We haven't heard any storm sirens yet, but we are going to be down here the rest of the evening continuing to track this storm. And we do ask, you guys have been so helpful sending in those viewer pictures to us, sending in what you're seeing, and that's really helping us get this story out there and, you know, let people know what to expect. So please keep sending those in. That has really helped us with our coverage. For now, I'm going to send it back to you guys.